It's February 24th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have 5 men who drove into the mountains and never returned, a private message tapped into a palm, and the start of masked revelers filling the streets. Let's begin. On February 24th, 1978, 5 friends left a college basketball game and drove into the dark. They were later known as the Yuba County Five: Ted Weiler, Jackie Hewitt, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, and Gary Mathias. They stopped at a convenience store around 10 p.m., bought stacks, and seemed normal. By the next morning, they were gone. 3 days later, their Mercury Montegro was found abandoned on a remote road deep in the Plumas National Forest, nearly 70 miles off their route home. The car wasn't wrecked, it wasn't out of gas, it wasn't even truly stuck, so why leave it? A local man later claimed he suffered a heart attack nearby the same night. He saw lights, heard voices, but no one came to help. Months later, the discovery came. When the snow melted, 4 bodies were found, scattered across the wilderness. Ted was discovered inside a Forest Services trailer, wrapped in blankets, emaciated. He had survived for up to 13 weeks, and there was enough food and propane to last months. The others had succumbed to hypothermia along the road. And Gary Mathias? He was never found, but his shoes were left behind in the trailer. 5 men drove into the mountains, and no one can explain why they went there, why they walked away from safety, or what happened in the snow that night. On February 24th, 1886, in Arkin, Ohio, one of the most famous inventors in the world asked a question without speaking a word. Thomas Edison was 39 years old, brilliant, relentless, and nearly deaf from years of laboratory and chemical accidents. The woman beside him was 20-year-old Mina Miller, the daughter of a wealthy industrialist, but their courtship carried a secret. He taught Mina Morse code early on in their relationship. In rooms filled with family, they could speak without sound, their fingers becoming telegraph keys. And then one evening, he tapped a message on her palm. "Will you marry me?" She tapped back, yes. The proposal was silent, invisible to anyone watching, but unmistakable for the 2 of them. Mia would become stepmother to Edison's 3 children from his first marriage, 2 of which were nicknamed Dot and Dash, after telegraph signals. They later had 3 more, and she called herself the home executive, managing the household while Edison chased immortality through inventions. In a life filled with noise and inventions, their love existed perfectly in silence. On February 24th, 1857, as darkness settled over New Orleans, something strange moved through the streets. A secret society, calling itself the Crew of Cosmas, stepped forward to transform Mardi Gras forever. Until then, Fat Tuesday had been a wild, rowdy crowds, masked revelers, and violence spilling through the French Quarter. 6 businessmen, originally from Mobile, Alabama, decided to impose order, but they did it in the most theatrical way possible. They chose a theme drawn from John Milton's Paradise Lost, and they called it the Demon Actors. That night, figures dressed as Satan, the Fates, and the Gorgons emerged from the shadows. Papier-mâché faces stared blankly beneath the flickering firelights. Torchbearers walked beside them, flames hissing in the humid air, and the procession moved silently towards the theater, where the crew revealed elaborate stage tableaus, frozen scenes of myth and damnation. It felt less like a party and more like a ritual. With that one procession, Cosmos introduced the crew system, the masked ball, the blueprints for every modern Mardi Gras parade. New Orleans reinvented celebration, cloaked in secrecy and lit by fire and watched by demons made out of paper and paint. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.